to OSLinux1. Well, on this episode, I'm going to be showing you how you can fix the scrambled screen you're getting on your on Kindle.Read.com when you're trying to read your Kindle on a computer. I found out what the issue was, at least for me, since I have a number of layers of security and to prevent cookies from tracking me and stuff like that. Anyways, so I wanted to show you how to fix the issue you may be having if you're trying to read your Kindle on a computer, and you can read it on your phone, or you might be able to read it on another device, but when you go on a computer you get a blocked out scrambled screen, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I got my Kindle open up in Tor, which I'll talk about here in a minute, browser. As you see, this happens. I'm like, okay, what is the issue? I have three browsers. I have Firefox, Brave browser, and Tor. So I tried all three of them, and it was working on Brave, but I'm having issues having Brave load today. I have to go and troubleshoot and see why that is. But so if you're having this issue, and it applies to probably all of them pretty much, because I was having the same issue on Firefox. And what you need to find is, you see for Tor, for example, and it's very similar up here in the browser window section. I'm going to click on this lock. It says connection secure. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on more information. It has all this security. So go to permissions, and these are cookies, a lot of them. It's blocking all this stuff. It's not allowing that website to access information from your machine or device. But right here where it says extract canvas data, it's set to default. So what you have to do is you have to turn that off default and allow. Canvas, that's the screen, the canvas. So what you do is you turn that off, or allow it to get the data. You refresh it. And there you go. So if you're having that issue, it's going to be in your cookie settings, and the web page is going to need access to the canvas data. Okay, I'll show you again here on Firefox. Let's go to Kindle.Read. Okay, maybe I'll have the issue again. Open it up. Wow, yep, see, it keeps doing this. So I'm like, why does it keep doing that? So again, go up here, look in the lock section, click on that, connection secure, more information, permissions, go back down to where it says extract canvas, click off the default and allow, exit off, refresh. So if you're having this issue reading a Kindle on a computer, and you keep getting like that scrambled lines on the screen, that's because, most likely it's because the website is not able to extract that data that it needs from your device. and it's somewhere in your browser settings. It's a security feature. You don't always need to allow them to access that data, but in this case, they do in order for them to display, the content from your library in your Kindle. Um, you need to, depending on which browser you may be using and whatever security features or settings you have, you need to look through your settings to where you can find, where it's in cookies and stuff. But you have to find somewhere where it's blocking it, you know, and you have to find a way to allow it to extract that information. It needs to exchange information with your machine, your device, back and forth, so you can, uh, well, read your Kindle. But it's a session that's taking place, and there's an exchange of data and information occurring in the background for this, to be displayed for you. So, if you have a lot of security settings and features like I do, you may run into some issues like this. And if anyone else is having this problem, I wanted to point that out, that this is where you probably want to look, and it should fix the problem, as I showed you two examples with Firefox and Tor. For some reason, Tor is much clearer. If you can notice, this is the same book, not the same page. But I also want to talk about, if you're learning Linux, this is a really good book for learning Linux. Let me get out here just so you can see the cover of it. The Linux Bible by Wiley Publishing. This is the 10th edition. It's a comprehensive tutorial resource. But it's a really good book if you're just new to Linux and you're trying to learn the command line, and you don't know how to, you don't know your way around the command line, you don't know how to tell the computer what to do by the command line to get it to respond. That's basically what it is, a command line. You're commanding the computer to do something, and it's responding. You're giving it instructions, and it's just following those instructions. This book here, over to the right screen, you'll see the table of contents. I've had this book for a while, but I want to go back over it because of how useful and beneficial it's been for me. Okay, let's just go to running commands here. But it's really simple. It's really straightforward, it tells you, like, if you type in date. Let me grab my terminal here, for example. I customize mine again. Yeah, mine's white, but that's just how I like it in the background. So you type in date, and displays Tuesday, March 5th, 12:49, 11 a.m. Eastern, 2024. Host name, Eagle1. I changed my host name. It would say Parrot because this is Parrot OS, but I changed it to Eagle1. Desktop. But so I mean, it's a good book. It starts you out pretty simple. You get familiar with that, and you just move on. And it's pretty simple to understand, pretty straightforward. So if you want to learn Linux and it seems complicated, this this eliminates a lot of the complexity of Linux as far as the command line goes. Now, if you're wanting to learn Kali, there's a lot of books out there for Kali Linux, But this is another one that's published by Wiley. That's okay. It's pretty good. Uh, but it's very similar to the Linux Bible. But if you're just learning Linux, uh, the Linux Bible will work just fine. If you're trying to learn Kali Linux, this is probably one of the better options out there. Let's just go to Kali Linux file system. But mastering the terminal. So, it starts off very basic, but it should give you a pretty good foundation of understanding the kernel and how to use the command line in the terminal with Kali Linux. And it progresses on to using a lot of the tools in Kali. But so far, these are being pretty good books. I just want to go over something simple today. But I'm reading, studying quite a few books. Got this new book here by Ryan Work. It's a pretty comprehensive book to a lot of the tools that are used in hacking and security. And there's the other one that's for Python. It's a comprehensive guide from a beginner to advanced, and it'll take you from first learning it all the way to being well advanced with Python. And I want to point this out. Python, it's the name of a programming language. That's just the name of it, but it was not named after a snake. I know they put this on the cover of the book, and you'll oftentimes see that, but Python was not named after a snake. Python was named after the developer's favorite show in the United Kingdom from like the 80s called Monty Python. That was the name of the show. It was a comedy show. And that was one of the reasons why he gave it the name Python. So, just a interesting detail and fact about that. So, I also purchased the cybersecurity analyst study guide for the CompTIA. But I'm reading it too. So I'm reading a number of books, and I've read some of this one. I've read the CH, not all of it, obviously. I'm studying a lot of them. But yeah, I just went back through my library and started looking at some of the books I haven't. Some of them I haven't read lately, and some of them I haven't went over before on the channel. So, I just kind of wanted to make a short video. This is Parrot OS. I customized the background and the settings from the default, But it's just a workstation. It's more straightforward, easier to use for work and things like that. I like it for what I'm using it for, the way it's set up. My command terminal, it's pretty basic. It's not the neon green with the transparent black. I can set it up that way. You just go to Edit, Profile Preferences, and Colors, and you can do all that here, and background and transparency, so I can turn it clear if I want it to be. But I don't, I like to be able to read it, when I'm using it. But yeah, I customize it a little bit. The colors, it's pretty basic and plain, but it doesn't have to be all real colorful for what I use it for. But this is how I got it set up today. I change it, but I'm just trying to find out, what really works for me. But this is how I have mine set up. You probably wouldn't even know that this is Parrot OS if I didn't tell you. Let's see here. Yeah, if you look here where it says kernel Linux 6.5.0 13 Parrot 1, MD64 or Parrot Security 6.0 Lorikeet operating system kernel. Anyways, so yeah, that's this is Parrot OS. It's just I got it the host name changed. I changed it, customized it to my liking. So, but so another thing I wanted to bring to your attention. I mean, not this. Is monkey type. Again, I mentioned this in one of my other videos. If you're here for the Kindle thing and or the Parrot OS, if you don't know about monkey type, it's a website where you can improve and work on your typing skills if you need to work on and improve your typing skills. So I hope this video is useful and helpful for somebody that may be having trouble with you know, their Kindle, because it can be frustrating, because I use it, I read mine a lot on my computer, I read on my phone, read on my laptop, and I run into that issue. And initially I didn't know what it was, but I figured it out. I was, you know, that's the way it is when I can't find out what the issue is. I keep searching till I figure it out, and sometimes that's just what it takes. But you can customize the way this looks, and that's kind of slow. Good accuracy, but usually I should get around 50 something. But yeah, you can customize this too. Create your account. It's free. But you go up here to this little gear, and you can go to theme. You can change it to whatever color you want. If you want this Mexican color, turn it to Mexican. And go back to the typing. You know, and you can even put it in Spanish if you want to put it in Spanish. Yeah, so you know, it has a lot of languages. You know, but yeah, you know, if you want to get some finger exercises, work on your typing skills, this is a pretty neat website I found, and you might like it. You know, you might find it useful. Me, I'm just kind of the basic. I like the basic kind of setup. I think this is what I'm looking for. Let's see, is this how I had it set up before? I think so. But yeah. Well, that'll probably conclude it for this episode. I just wanted to show you that. Oh, I did want to mention one more thing. Sorry. Is the Tor browser. It's a very secure. Let me go ahead and exit off this. Let me close all these others real fast. Close these terminals. Oh, that's my screen recorder. So let me launch Tor. See, so what it does is it goes over their network. It just says right here, Tor browser routes your traffic over the Tor network run by thousands of volunteers around the world. So it's a secure and private browser. You have a few of them. My search engine here is DuckDuckGo. It's default. I also use Start Page, but a lot. But you have a variety of different options and things. But I'm gonna try to make this video short. I just wanted to help people that had issues with their Kindle. Yeah, you just need to check in your browser settings. You just might have to explore a little bit till you find it if you have a different browser. Um, there's somewhere in there where you have to allow the canvas data to be extracted so you can actually see the picture, what's on the canvas. So, well, that'll conclude it for this episode of OS Linux 1. If you like the content, click the like. If you want to subscribe, you can. And I'll see you again here next time on OS Linux 1.